Call the meeting of Laverne Planning Commission, April 27, 2010. Regular meeting to order. We have a quorum present. Go over the minutes and amen approval or disapproval.
Mr. Chairman, I make a recommendation to approve the minutes as submitted.
I have a recommendation to approve. Do I hear a second?
I second the motion.
I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. First order of business, recommendation Board of Mayor and Alderman amend section relating to excavation, mining, quarrying activities, adding a special exemption in the I-2 zoning district for use not otherwise listed, adding a special exemption in I-3 zoning district for mining, quarrying activities, adding a special exemption in the I-3 zoning district for extensive manufacturing and scrap operations. Amend section 5.054.6 regarding special provisions for mining and quarrying activities within I-3 zoning districts. Mr. Green.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. This is essentially the same ordinance that you all looked at last month. It just adds regulations for quarries and also adds an approval and denial process for all quarries in I-3 zones. So it actually provides a method to do that. This is pretty much what the Board of Mayor and Alderman, they sent it back and added the distance provisions paragraph back. And this is basically the paragraph, or this is the paragraph right here that states that all quarries would have to be, they can't be located closer than 1.5 miles to any school site, and those have to be set back at least 2,000 feet from both churches and property classified as residential within the city. And this is what's in our current ordinance. So that's not changing that at all. It adds that back from last month. And that's essentially it, and just open up the floor to you all.
Mr. Chairman, this is the same ordinance we looked at for the past 3 or 4 months. It's just the one change, and with that, I'll make a favorable recommendation to Mayor and Alderman.
I have a favorable recommendation to the Mayor and Alderman. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand that a lot of you are here tonight for this.
Yes, we are.
We don't take the people talking. That's for the mayor and alderman because they do the vote. All we do is make a recommendation. You can tell them what they need to know about what we've recommended. Okay? We're not saying... No, ma'am, it's not. They turn us down more than we get approved.
What are you doing?
Do we have some reasons for what you're doing? Is that possible?
And do you represent the people or do you represent your group?
No, sir, I represent the people, or I try to. All right. I'll get Mr. Bruce.
You don't.
Mr. Bruce,
How would you like to have
would
your
you
house
like,
called
how many can we let talk?
That's entirely up to the board if you want to allow it.
Does the board want to allow them all to talk? Or do you want to allow so many to talk? Or do you want to give them 3 minutes each? Or do you want to go to the mayor and alderman?
I have no problem if people want to get up and speak.
I don't.
This is Cena's ordinance. Could she?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Mosley?
Cena Mosley, Alderman for the City of Laverne. What y'all just passed tonight was putting the footage back in.
Yes, ma'am.
I am correct. What I'm wanting to do is explain to y'all what this ordinance is doing is a very good thing, okay? No, this has nothing to do with the quarry. Remember, the quarry is in an I-2 zone. Quarrying is not allowed in I-2 zones. It's always been in since 96, the board back in 96 took quarrying out of an I-2 zone and placed it in an I-3 zone, okay? It was all voted on in 1997. So the quarry is in an I-2 zone, cannot be in an I-2 zone.
Why is it there?
And, well, let me,
Where's code of this?
okay, let me finish explaining this, okay?
Now, of order, please, let the lady speak.
With this is a very good thing because there's very limited I-3 zoning, very limited. The reason we wanted this put back in, should someone want to rezone their property to an I-3, and we took this out, the footage, it could be closer, okay? So we have to put things in zones. The quarry is not an I-3 zone, so it can't be there. But the judge, we shut it down. We will be in court.
It's not shut down. I will tell you right now, that is not the work order.
Ma'am, you're out of order, please sit down.
The judge in the county opened it back up. There is a judge. We have a TRO on this, okay? We will be going to court this Thursday regarding this matter.
So the police in Laverne cannot shut
No,
down
ma'am.
that court.
No, ma'am.
It is illegal and they are operating illegally.
But we will be fighting this in court on Thursday.
How long have you been fighting this?
So
It's gone up to years.
we just started with our procedures. So I don't know how long it's been going on. I have no idea. Only what I've been told.
You guys
So-
around with blinders.
Sir,
But this is what this, I'm just trying to
let the
explain
lady
this
speak,
ordinance.
then you speak.
This is showing that it cannot, and if we rezone any property, it cannot go any closer to residential zones. So hopefully we won't be rezoning, but we're trying to protect y'all should somebody ask to rezone it. So that's what this ordinance is about,
What are we changing the ordinance for?
to make it more stringent, to make it much more stringent than what we had in our ordinance. We're trying to make it more. We're adding $65,000 per acre to it, if they get a quarry in this. Yes,
which,
ma'am. I mean, we're
if they
trying
got,
to do
if they
our
did get
part
a
on the
quarry,
ordinance.
they'd have to put up the bond for $65,000 per
Per
acre.
acre. And that, but this has nothing to do with
That's
what's existing
non-refundable.
over there.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they should be fined and fill it up. They were illegal doing it.
Will there be
Yes,
a
ma'am.
public hearing?
But ma'am,
The mayor and all?
if you'll understand, the state says whether it's a quarry or not. When they start sizing rocks, that makes it a quarry. We don't, they can go out here and excavate, just like Nacarado did over here on cleaning off his land to build. That's not a rock quarry, according to the state. So,
Grant, will there be a
until
public
the
hearing?
man started crushing rocks and sizing rocks, the state said he had a quarry. That's when we tried to shut him down. Or the city tried to shut him
Mr.
down.
Chairman, this is really the concerns that all of you have, really, you need to sign up and be at the mayor and alderman's meeting. There's a time then for public comments. That's when it needs to be done. This board, all we do is zone it. We don't issue the permits. We have nothing to do with permit issuing at all. If anyone's operating illegally, it's not because of this board, that's for sure. And so your complaints to us is unfounded in that respect. You really need to come to the mayor and alderman's meeting and make your comments made known at that. That's the forum you need to be at.
And they will put it in the papers, there will be a public meeting on this.
When's the next mayor? May 6th, okay. But I mean, this is where you need to be at that time. Okay? I'd be,
This is where it all starts.
no ma'am, not as, no ma'am. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, it's not.
Ma'am, would you
No,
like
ma'am.
to come up to the
No, ma'am.
podium and be recognized?
Actually, ma'am, here's the situation.
Come on
We
up.
do not issue any permits for anything. This board does not. This board issues no permits at all.
What did you just do now?
We just changed the zoning ordinance, that's all we did. And you know what? That's not issuing a permit. It's in your favor, is what it is. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. But ma'am, we don't have the
Ma'am,
enforcement.
would you
We don't
like
have
to
the
speak?
regulations to enforce it. We don't, that's not for us to enforce. Okay? I wished we could, but it is not ours. Okay? Sorry.
Can we have order a minute, ma'am?
My name is Deborah Edwards. I live in Laverne, Tennessee. I didn't realize I was going to stand up. I'm a little nervous, and I'll try not to
That's all
take too
right.
much time. I signed one of the complaints that came against my city for this illegal rock quarry that apparently is or isn't. The reason I'm asking to stand up here is because I've been coming to meetings here for almost a year. I go to the BOZA meetings and the Planning Commission meetings. I go to the workshop where the board makes its decisions, and then I go to the meeting the following Tuesday where they really vote on the issues. I happen to be on the Parks and Rec Committee. I'm asking every single person in this room to please come to these meetings. We are a voice in this community. We have to be at the meetings to be a voice. I have been watching the people on this board for several months, and I've been watching the people, the board and alderman people, for a year. My heart tells me these are not bad people, but we're not in the room. We're not here to have a voice. And so they make decisions based on what they think are the best decisions. So please come to these meetings. We have a voice. Bruce, I hope I'm not putting you on the spot. If you want to be a voice and have your 3 minutes of citizens' comments at the workshop, which is Thursday. The citizens' comments, I believe, start at 4:45. And you have 5 o'clock, or citizens' comments. You need to call Bruce by tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. If you, Thursday at 10?
Thursday morning.
Thank you. Thursday morning at 10 o'clock so that he can put your name on the agenda. And then I hope that's the workshop. That's where the board, the people that we elected to run our city, make decisions. And then you need to come back the following Tuesday where they film it. Is this being filmed?
Yes.
Oh, good. Where they film it so that you can be a voice that'll show up on Channel 3 so that people who don't realize how important these meetings are will start to come. And I probably sound stupid, but this is really important stuff. I recognize people who were in this meeting when they did the big sign that showed up at some church. If we'd been, and no offense to the church, if we'd been coming to the meetings before that, you probably would have had an effect. So I signed a complaint against my city because I've been coming to the meetings and I thought that what was happening didn't make sense. And it was scary to sign the complaint, but I did it. Please come to the meetings. Please come to the meetings. We can make a difference in our city.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else to help right now? All right. Okay. Moving on, we have bonds and letters of credit. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chairman, the bonds are up to date. Everybody's got a bond sheet in front of them. Arbor Heights is May 1st, and talked to the bank today, and they should be having the paperwork for me tomorrow, and everything should be extended on it, so everything looks pretty good and up to date.
All right. Thank you, Kyle. Anything else? Meeting adjourned.